So global warming does have a big hand in this. There's no doubt about that, Michael?
You'll always have people that are going to debate or argue that global warming doesn't exist or isn't an impact. It's really hard to find a wildland firefighter, or at least one that's been working for any length of time, that does not believe in global warming and hasn't seen fire behavior change. Here in Colorado and really throughout the West, we are seeing such an increase in drought, and drought is so directly related to wildfire that there's no debate that that's not had a huge impact.
And we think of the beetle-killed wood being, such a big problem, but you actually told me the other day that it's not the biggest
Well,
problem.
it's an interesting topic of discussion amongst fire behavior analysts, because there's some camps that believe that it creates a more intense situation, and there's other camps that believe that a live tree is a more volatile situation because of all the resins and waxes that come with that. And in the fire behavior modeling that I've taken a look at, because I've done these plans and we've done fire behavior modeling on the computer, we don't have models that accurately depict how a beetle kill forest will respond in various fire situations. And some of the modeling, they are comparing a live tree that might be pretty moist, has good moisture content, as well as the resin and the wax. But what we're seeing today in Colorado, Wednesday, are trees that are kiln dry, that lack that moisture content and have the resin and the wax in the needles. So my belief is that that's a more volatile fuel source. It certainly modifies the fire model, because all the needles eventually fall to the forest floor, and there's much more to ignite. So there's greater ignition potential. But the fire behavior aspect of it is still being debated.
Back in 2002, too, the weather wasn't like it is now, was it? I mean, these high winds and hot temperatures, that's certainly
we had that, but we didn't have 12 years of it preceding it.
Oh.
And that's what we've got now. We have a persistent drought.
Yeah.
And the reaction to that from the insect community has been to chew up the lodgepole, and because they're weak, but we haven't had the preceding decade of drought before that.
Moisture has an interesting impact too. It actually, rain coming in the way that we've had it can actually make the fire problem worse, so that you end up with a moist week or two, and that causes what they call fine fuels, the grasses and these small fuels, to grow really rapidly, and then the drought returns and dries them out. And I think it's important to point out that we just had a fire that nobody really has heard about called the Last Chance Fire last weekend. That is the 4th largest fire in Colorado history, and it became that in just a matter of hours, and it was a grass fire that started with a car having a blowout, and the rim of the wheel sent a spark into those dry grasses, and it spread out over the eastern plains to become the 4th largest fire in Colorado history in just a matter of hours.
They got that one under control pretty quickly.
They did. And but those grass fires are very serious. Those are largely what devastated Texas last year. And I went to just one of the fires that broke out on Labor Day in Texas that destroyed 1,700 homes.
And earlier in the season, we had a volunteer firefighter in Colorado badly injured in a grass fire that ran her over.